Tonight's match is presented by Estrella Jalisco. Estrella Jalisco, reach for a star. Welcome to the pre-match show presented by Brian Bird's Home Selling Team. Score the best deal on a home with the Brian Bird's Home Selling Team. Visit brianbirds.com or call 915-751-1500.
And here we go. El Paso Locomotive FC making their way into Southwest University Park. The third year of existence, the third year in the USL Championship playoffs. As always, this behind-the-scenes moment brought to you by GECU. Playoff soccer, Locomotive FC versus Oakland Roots SC. If you thought this stadium was loud during the regular season, the energy tonight is on another level. These fans are ready, and so are we. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Brian Bird's Home Selling Team pregame show. I'm Duke Keith alongside Heidi Mocha. And Heidi, it just feels different, doesn't it?
Yes, Duke. It's the playoffs. The next 2 hours are going to be intense. Winner takes all, so the pressure is on. So El Paso took care of business during the regular season. They won Copa Tejas, best team in the state. Win their division, secure home field advantage. But none of that matters anymore. It's a new season. Winner tonight advances.
And that's the way it is as we take a look. Both El Paso, looking at how the things shape up for both El Paso and Oakland. Top seed in the mountain, which again is Locomotive FC, hosting the number 4 team in the Pacific Division, that is Oakland. The Roots, on the outside looking in, needed help on the last day of the regular season to secure that 4th and final playoff spot. For El Paso, they were always in the driver's seat, dominating the division, looking to make it 26 unbeaten tonight. Harry, you're at home.
This has been a great season for Locomotive. And we've said it before, but it's very easy to take for granted how good El Paso has been since they came into the league. So let's go back to 2019 when head coach Mark Lowry said he wanted to build a winner and play entertaining soccer. They've definitely done that, and this year with this team, the hopes for a championship are even higher. And for the Roots, their inaugural season and you make the playoffs, that's quite the accomplishment. They finished the regular season with back-to-back wins. They finished in high-pressure situations to keep their playoff hopes alive. They've been playing must-win soccer the last couple of weeks, and tonight is no different.
Pressure is on, so let's see how these two teams stack up against each other. El Paso coming in with a better record, only losing 4 matches in the regular season, all of those on the road. 20 more goals than Oakland Roots SC, also giving up fewer goals than the California team. But Heidi, I think what stands out for me is how good the El Paso attack has been this season, especially to close out the regular season.
2 guys scoring in double figures and a handful of other guys contributing as well. But the scary part for Oakland is how well Lucho, Aaron Gomez, and Diego have been playing. 3-0 versus Austin, and all 3 of those guys score. And then 4-0 win, and Gomez gets 2 more, and then Maka adds 2 of his own. Coach Lowry even joked with Maka this week, reminding him that, hey, you're a defender. But that's just how impressive this attack has been, and it's all been working for Locomotive.
Right-wing union, right? High stakes in El Paso. Winner moves on to the next round. What a great atmosphere here at Southwest University Park. It's USL Championship playoff soccer headed your way next.
Thank you for watching the pre-match show presented by Brian Bird's Home Selling Team. Score the best deal on a home with the Brian Bird's Home Selling Team. Visit brianbirds.com or call 915-751-1500.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for another outstanding year here at Casa Ford.
We won our 20th Ford President's Award for customer service this year, and we couldn't have done it without you.
We're showing our appreciation with huge Black Friday savings all month long. Get 0% financing on a new 2021 Ford F-150.
And we want to pay you this Black Friday. Bring us your trade-in for our highest ever value.
Thanks again from all of us at El Paso's #1 Ford dealer.
Casa Ford, home of the nice guys. Yeah!
Southwest Chiropractic, serving El Paso area and relieving pain for more than 20 years. Not only do we treat auto, sports, and work-related injuries, but we also treat scoliosis, sciatica, back pain, disc injuries, chronic pain treatment, and we even manage stress. At Southwest Chiropractic, our patients are seen the same day. We provide gentle and effective care, and we accept most insurances. Schedule your appointment today and let us relieve your pain. With 3 convenient locations in El Paso, Southwest Chiropractic. Your health is our well-being. Call us today, 915-581-9619.
Welcome, everybody, to Southwest University Park. It is absolutely buzzing tonight. Duke Keith along with Heidi Mocha, Locomotive FC for a third consecutive year in the USL Championship playoffs. The team is in dark blue, the fans are whatever, in blue, in gold, and in white tonight. And Eighth Notch is absolutely throwing a party in Section 105, Heidi. As we take a look at the starting lineups, first for Locomotive FC. And as you might imagine, Mark Lowry will definitely be going for it. Diego Luna, the man in the middle of the diamond. You've got Maris and Ross on either side. Solaknak and Gomez up front. A formidable scoring lineup.
Oh yes. Coach Lowry put on the pitch a nice mix of guys that are creative and can attack. 8 of the 11 players starting have scored goals, and your 3 leading goal scorers are up top. On top of that, 44 goals are in the starting lineup, where Oakland has scored only a total of 36 goals this entire season.
For Oakland Roots SC, it's interesting, of course, the hometown kid, Memo Diaz, of course, Gadsden Panthers, we should say, up in New Mexico, former New Mexico Player of the Year. And it's interesting, they've got 9 goals starting at the bench tonight. Interim coach Jordan Farrell, perhaps thinking something for the second half, Heidi.
Yeah, it will be interesting. You know, neither of these teams have played against each other this year, so we have seen they like to get forward on the flank and like press right away. But we'll see what they bring to the table tonight for Locomotive.
Diego Luna, 18 years old, called up to the under-20 national team. We will talk about that as we get along tonight. But underway this evening from Southwest University Park, the Locomotive FC back in the playoffs again. 3-0. Of course, both matches here last year in the playoffs versus Tulsa and New Mexico went to penalties. An early opportunity sent in from left wing. Aron, a little too tall for him. But a good effort from Eder Borelli in the early going. Locomotive. Richie Ryan, the Irishman, back into the lineup and getting in early. Look at that effort. 36 years young, Locomotive. High pressure, and Oakland Roots trying to bust it out. They will give away the throw-in. Let's take a look at the referee and the assistant referees tonight. Yasmir Pekmic is the man in the middle. Oh, quick throw-in. We'll save that. And here we go. Yasmir Pekmic in the middle. Brian Marshall, Nicholas Balcer are your ARs, and Greg Dobka is the 4th official. We have seen Pekmic at least once, I think, this season. That'll be off the head of one of the Roots players, and it'll be a corner kick coming up for El Paso.
And El Paso going right towards Eighth Notch, their 12th player.
Indeed.
They love getting after it at that goal.
Sent in a little too tall, and almost on it was Aron. Dylan Maris, Andrew Fox also in the box. Long throw in coming. Here's Maka King. Look at that do.
His calves are breathing, and the
Yes,
side
indeed.
above his ears. He's got to.
He's aerodynamic tonight. Maka King, the long throw in, and an easy grab in the end for Oakland Roots at sea and Paul Blanchette.
Yeah,
Big man from Palo Alto.
we need to see Locomotive take advantage of that kind of a long throw. It can be used as a dangerous set piece opportunity. Just need to get in there and at least beat the keeper to the ball, make him go over you, or if you can get a touch, now the goal is wide open.
Memo Diaz out on that right wing as we take a look at the Casa Auto Group keys to the game. Heidi.
So first, push the pace, and that's what we did see a little bit of that already with El Paso. They're starting a lot of players that are great with the ball at their feet and creating for others. So expect to see them put a lot of shots and get the Roots defenders on their heels. Adapt quickly. So we mentioned they've not played each other. Even Andrew Fox had said you can watch the film, but it's always different when you're actually on the field. So the first few minutes, here might be also to try to figure each other out and then rely on experience. Coach Mark Lowry talks about playoff matches are won on set pieces and mistakes. So El Paso has an edge with the experience. They've been to the playoffs every season, and most of the guys from 2019 are still on the roster. They know the system, can play off the newer pieces like Lucho and Diego, and then minimize mistakes, and the team has a great shot at winning, again, especially against a young team that barely made it to the postseason here in their inaugural USL championship year.
Well, Oakland Roots SC has been around a little bit as an organization. We'll touch on that as we continue. Good win in the midfield. Roots SC out along the right wing side and just tipped over. That'll be a corner kick. Johnny Rodriguez had an opportunity, and Logan Ketterer, I talked about it coming into this week. You want a keeper who's ready for those weird moments, because in playoff soccer especially, knockout soccer, weird moments are going to happen, and that was one.
Yeah, and watching that save live, it looked impressive. On replay, it's even more. If he does not come across with that, get that touch, it's in the back of the net. Just like that quick. They transition, they play it wide, and Logan Ketterer comes up big to keep the score 0-0.
Memo Diaz. Great to see him back in El Paso. I know that he would absolutely love to celebrate something here for his team, Oakland Roots. But a part of this organization from the very beginning, he along with Chapa Herrera, best of friends. You might remember when Chapa scored both of his goals here in Southwest University Park, his first as a professional, it was Diaz who came screaming over to congratulate his teammate. Solid work. Diego cutting back. Well defended in the end, but Locomotive keeps coming. Here's Ross. Good work by Omiraqua. Gets a piece of that. Cleared out Rodriguez. Maka King comes hunting.
That's good pressure by Maka to cause another turnover deep in the Roots defensive end.
Long cross over Cooks. But you hear eighth notch, that level of excitement ramping up from behind the goal. Locomotive loves coming in that direction. Usually they do in the second half, but depends on who wins the coin flip as to which end you get to go to.
They will try to entertain whichever half it is.
Roots trying to play out of the back here. And that'll roll in touch for El Paso. We will attempt to do the best we can with Roots' unique uniforms. The numbers don't particularly, they don't show up well.
Yeah, they don't jump out at you.
They don't jump out.
even using your...
my cheat sheets, yes. Here's Diego. Quickly off to the left wing. Great switch for Morene. Knocked back by Diaz. Harris gets a toe to it, but it'll come to Rodriguez.
Roots are committing to getting on the end of those Locomotive crosses. Locomotive need to be more intentional with the service and finding a Locomotive player, not just space.
How about Richie Ryan in the early going? Great lead. A little too tall for Diego. And the flag is up regardless. Let's do our Texas Tech, not to the dock, our Texas Tech Health Report tonight. For Locomotive FC. Ryan Rebellon is out. You see Yuma on the bench. Sebastian Velasquez back in the 18, which is wonderful to see, but Rebellon, that's the more problematic one, of course, going out in the middle of that Oklahoma City match. It does not look like he'll be back anytime soon. We wish the best to him, but great to see Yuma on the bench, and he is very, very close.
Yes, we are ready to see him. I mean, but Locomotive are lucky. They have such a depth of roster, in their roster that they can say, oh, let's get after this match and then have a chance with the next one.
Quick throw in over the top, well dealt with by Fox, but a second corner kick coming. Chick-fil-A corner on the way for Roots. Andrew Fox does not like that headgear he's wearing. It's not just a headband.
Oh.
But that is a piece of headgear, an actual piece of sports equipment for an Englishman. But it looks good. We can still see the dew. That's important.
If it keeps from another head injury, it's
Yes.
well worth it.
Indeed. Roots the service into the box, knocked out by Ryan. And sent back up and wide. Having a go from the back, Hakeem Ward. The colors of the rainbow on the backs of those Roots jerseys. Excellent work by Aron just to keep a hold of that. On the long service out of the back. Ross, Mishak.
And Ross getting a little bit more freedom to roam and to try to get forward with Richie Ryan back in his good old trusty spot.
Exactly. Nick Ross, the Scotsman, filling in for his good friend, Richie Ryan. It's over the top, Borelli. Flag stays down for now. Borelli sent back into the middle. Rodriguez gets in touch. Wide of Ryan. Great behind the back move by Ross, rather. Diego. Ross, the service. Rolls one in. Aron. Knocked over the bar.
I like that ball in. They kept playing, but I was going to say, hey, I'd like to even see Borelli serve those in instead of up in the air, driven across, and then who steps up next and does that? And Gomez is just a little too past the near post to be able to handle that and have a chance on goal. But that was a great ball, a great thought by Ross to serve that ball across like that.
A little extra juice behind the El Chuco chant tonight. As we enter the 11th minute, Blanchett maybe having a little fun with the crowd. Nice to see. Big man out of Palo Alto, 72% saves percentage coming in. 4 clean sheets on the season. Logan Ketterer with 9. After leading the league for much of last year, Locomotive 13 clean sheets on the season. That's second most to Tampa Bay.
I think I was seeing the USL had done their own kind of team of the season so far, and Ketterer was picked as the goalkeeper for that.
Because John Morrissey at USL Tactics really enjoys him some Logan Ketterer. Very much the modern keeper, he says. How about that move? Trying things along that left wing side. Aron Gomez. Locomotive will come up. Oakland Roots loves to pressure the ball, but it's been all Locomotive in the early going, save for a couple of set pieces up the way. Well done by Diego to keep it in, as well to get a second touch on that. There's Ryan. Mishak. Long switch to nowhere. Our Southwest University player profile is the Irishman himself, Richie Ryan. And what an incredible career this guy has had. 45 minutes at RGV, 90.3 passing accuracy for the season, but it was even better than that at RGV, wasn't it?
Yeah, 100% is what we hear for the 45 minutes.
Incredible.
Can't beat that.
Hard to beat that. And of course, longtime professional began his career at Sunderland in the Premier League.
But yeah, he had not played since Austin Bold on September 22nd. Had missed 8 games because of his injury, so it's great to have him back.
18 years as a professional, Richie Ryan. And talk about what it means for a team to have someone with that level of experience, but still, as we're seeing tonight, that level of ability. Because he's out there making plays, sliding into tackles, winning the ball back, and putting pressure on.
So I'm at no means an 18-year professional, but I like to describe it like you've seen this movie thousands of times. Like the game seems to slow down. Everything is slow. You're like, oh, I think that's going to happen. People are like, how'd you know that was going to happen? That's the kind of knowledge of soccer that you acquire at that, with that kind of experience. It's something that you can't. People that haven't had that can't even understand it. They don't get it. But like I said, maybe if you've watched a movie 1,000 times, you're like, I know what's going to happen next. But he's just been tremendous, and then also the leadership that he brings to even the younger players. I think it was maybe Diego that considered Richie Ryan like a legend. Just the kind of mentorship that he's brought to everyone else. So we're lucky that he's back right now. And I mean, you see the possession, the knocking it around. It's good to see Locomotive doing that again tonight.
He always knows where he wants to send the ball next. As the ball comes to him, he's already got the next move figured out.
Oh, he knows several options. I can do A, B, C, or D.
It's a foul out on the wing. Borelli taken down hard by Memo Diaz. Teammates last season, and Eder Borelli holding that cheek. Nice to see former teammates. A bit of sportsmanship. Memo Diaz coming over to tap Borelli in the back. Say, sorry, buddy.
Yeah, he just needs to be a little bit more under control when he takes his body into flight like that.
Well, you talk about Oakland roots making their way up from Nisa. And it is steep. I know that the USL Championship had a potential franchisee. That person dropped out. It was a couple of years ago. And Roots SC, which had been in Nisa for a couple of seasons, made that jump. It's not the easiest thing. Let's see how this transpires. Here's Aron. Great bit of last-ditch defending. Lucho trying to win it back. Gets a couple of touches to it, but well done, Hakeem Ward. Big man from Virginia, able to hold strong for Roots SC, and they are under attack here in the early going.
Little grittiness on both sides.
Lucho Solignac. Lucho with 10 goals and 7 assists. That is tied on the leaderboard for both goals and assists this year, Heidi.
We will take that. Goals and assists. I mean, that is what he was brought in to do, to score. I mean, Coach Lowry was an addition that he was looking for, and he's done that. But I think he's also talked about he doesn't want to just contribute. He wants to have meaningful contributions. He for sure has had that this season.
Borelli, service into the area. Cleared. Diego will let that roll out for a throw.
Diego.
And you saw the switch, and then Borelli had acres of space on that left wing. And it's amazing to me. Everybody knows Locomotive wants to move side to side. He always finds somebody with lots of green.
Well, because if a team matches up with you on the flank, what are they leaving exposed? The center. So not all teams have.
Maka that gets to Fox and knocked out. It'll be no, it will be offside. Apologies.
But not every team is capable of getting out and closing down quick enough to prevent the next ball that's central. That's going to be more dangerous. So sometimes they give up the outside, and you see on the service, the Roots have been able to get on the end of the Locomotive service in the box, except for really the driven ball on the ground. So they're kind of saying, we're going to commit to clearing the ball if there is service central. We know this is where they're going. We know this is a dangerous area. And you kind of have to pick the danger that you're going to defend, you know. But Locomotive, I had said that earlier, they need to be more intentional with where those balls are going to, and fight like Gomez does for every ball like this.
Huge line switching passes. Maka King. Here's Gomez. A little run in with Hakeem Ward. Says, hey buddy, I appreciate that effort. It'll be another Locomotive throw, and Maka King comes over to do the honors. That's a very nice do. Maka with a tight ship tonight. Section 105 just bouncing. That's not going to quit tonight, I don't think. King, the long throw in. Getting ahead to that is Lucho. Gets knocked over by Ward. It was Hakeem Ward who had I believe the last goal of the week for the USL Championship. Just an amazing one-touch volley, the sombrero over the defender, and then with his left foot knocks it home versus San Diego. That's that, and that effort versus Sporting Kansas City is what has Roots
Yeah.
Leapfrogging Galaxy 2, Los Dos, to get to this fourth and final playoff spot.
Exactly.
Very impressive finish to the season, and they would like to see that season continue. That's knocked down and knocked back up by El Paso. Fox getting knocked over. Throw in for Locomotive FC. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select, the official ball supplier of the championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, selectsportamerica.com. Roots win the ball back. It's Ward into the middle, now knocked. Clementa. From Montenegro. Long ties to the East Bay area, though.
And the Roots are doing a good job right now of showing confidence in keeping possession, knocking it back to relieve pressure, switching the point of attack, now moving back up through the midfield.
Diaz. They get the cross, a low drive. Fox knocking it back to the wing, and Morelli. Lucho. Keeps it away from Rodriguez. Nice pass. King cut off by Rodriguez. It's a good job by Rodriguez to see what was coming if he didn't get to that spot. Turnover, though, created. And a great tackle by Fox, who will receive the caution. He thought he had all ball, but receives the first yellow in the 20th minute. And a free kick coming in a dangerous spot. Wow. That is definitely all ball, but he did slide in, but...
Yeah, I mean, that's where you're kind of like, okay, is the referee interpreting like from this? Right. He's coming from the side, or does he interpret it from the back? Or, you know what I mean? Like, those are calls that you can't count on not getting called against you.
Well, it is amazing because...
you want to argue it, but it's hard to... It's not a black and white as much as you want it to be. But the Locomotive gave up a turnover in a very dangerous area, and they're quick to try to recover. Oakland Roots definitely took advantage of that and pushed the pace.
So here is Roots. And I believe it's Clementa who's standing in back. Couple of different options. It looks like it will be Clementa to take this free kick over the wall and over the bar. So, goal kick for Logan Ketterer. Locomotive survives it, but it is Andrew Fox on a yellow. Diego. U.S. Under-20 Youth National Team for the men's side announced officially today. Diego Luna at the age of 18.
On the list.
On the list, and will be joining his teammates for the U.S. men's national team, the Under-20 U.S. men's national team in Mexico next week. Service into the box, headed out by Mishak. It's well done by Maris. Here's Lucho. Diego. Lucho. Slow rolling pass to Maris. Nice Matador move. Maris, well done. Aron. Lucho, what movement. Nowhere else to go. The combination play just to get there. Incredible in the early going for Locomotive FC.
I think Lucho could have pulled the trigger on that one. I have
We've seen it
confidence.
before.
I have confidence in his range.
Didn't quite see the opening.
No, I know.
A little further back, Eder Borelli. Mark Lowry, no tie, but he's got the black jacket on. He's going full Diego Simeone. Of course, it's no sport code. It's getting a little chillier out in El Paso, Texas, but the man in black keeps that going on a playoff night in El Paso, Texas. Of course, Mark Lowry. Lowry establishing a wonderful tradition here for Locomotive FC. 40, 16, and 26 in his 3 seasons, and with his best record since coming to El Paso. The man who makes it all happen, technical director as well as head coach, which is not an easy thing. There are a lot of teams that separate those 2 job duties. Even more impressive for the Englishman.
Exactly, but he knows what he wants, and he gets to, be elbow deep in all of it. But he's been really successful at finding the right pieces, having his system of play, having the guys buy in, getting better and better at each year, and adding more and more pieces.
It'll be for Jerome, takes a bounce. Ross deflected by Diaz. Diego working for it. It'll be an Oakland throw. The Haitian international, Mishak. (5'11", 190 pounds from Lioncourt, Haiti, the most capped player in Haiti. Lead ball, a little too far for Rodriguez and Maka King. Oakland showing some dangerous streaks.
They have definitely shown that they can put together passes and some dangerous attacking opportunities.
And another card coming out. This one on Joseph Nane. Nane in the 26th minute. Well done by Aron. Trucking to get underneath that. He knew what was coming. And makes the most. Call it a good 35 yards off the byline, but Locomotive in a similar position to that last free kick. And Mishak able to blast that through with a couple of bounces. Certainly within his range.
And this is where if say he does go for the shot and he gets it on frame and there's a deflection, they all need to be there to try
Jerome straight through, the save made by Blanchette.
Blanchette, that's a nice save by Blanchette, being just smothering it right there. I mean, Mishak definitely puts pace on that kind of a shot, but Locomotive was kind of just waiting, hoping there would be that nice little cough up. But Blanchette does a good job of cleaning it up there.
It's funny when Mishak is here at Southwest University Park. Of course, they've got the jugs gun. We'll wait to see what happens here. Diego, good stab at it. The jugs gun, which judges the speed of baseball pitches. When he hits the ball, it registers 55 miles an hour. It is one of the lower settings. It's a jugs gun. We're talking about fastballs.
That's for a soccer ball, though, not a baseball. So that's
right. It is amazing. But he can bring the thunder. The big man from Haiti.
Get behind that whatever miles per hour soccer strike.
Rodriguez knocked in the middle. Well done by Ross to get a toe. Mishak and Ketterer. And this is where John Morrissey from USL Tactics talked about Logan Ketterer and how he reads to see where that ball's going next. Once he picks it up, how Locomotive moves out of the back. Very key for the keeper to be involved in the buildup from the back.
Oh yeah, the Tedder definitely is strong in that area. His distribution with by hand, or also when he has the ball at his feet, is one of the top in the league.
Maris stepping by. Maris takes a shot that's deflected.
And the Roots is doing a good job. Locomotive is creating some chances, but then they're closing them down quickly to end up where those shots are getting deflected or the service is getting, just blocked. So they're really doing a good job of that versus the Locomotive tonight.
That is Ameriqua. Quincy Ameriqua back. Long throw in. Here's Fox. Lucho gets a knock to it. Trying to step in front of Zaron. It'll be blasted out for a Locomotive throw.
And Lucho did exactly what the Locomotive need on a throw like that. He got in there, fought, got a touch on it. But then Locomotive needs to be a little quicker to be that second man on that touch.
Locomotive fans loving the Locomotive that's passing by here at Southwest University Park. If you don't know, this ballpark was built right next to the train tracks that run through downtown El Paso. The Pass of the North, nothing if not a transportation hub, and always has been. From burros to horses to semis and locomotive trains. Of course, now to the big diesels that come through. Headed to the 31st minute. There have been some opportunities for both teams tonight here in the first half of play, but Roots has dealt with a lot of the early blows Locomotive have applied quite nicely, and things seem to be settling down for them. Do you suspect that Mark Lowry kind of wanted to put one through before now? Obviously, any coach would, but
yes, absolutely.
Strategically speaking, I would imagine that might be why they started the way they did. King, flag is up. The flag was up early. Lucho didn't see it, obviously.
Maybe, I don't know if it was Diego on the near side here. Possibly. I'd have to see on the touch.
So on the restart. Backed out, King touches, trying to win the ball, gets position and gets shoved down, and it's going to be a free kick for El Paso. My goodness gracious. Tempers flaring. Maka King takes a blow. And Izmir Pekmic has some thinking to do. It's Akeem Ward who shoved down Richie Ryan wearing the captain's armband, looking for Izmir Pekmic to talk things over. King did well to win possession, gets knocked down, the foul is called. Mutual shoves. Had it been in live play, that might have been a very different situation, but because it was already a dead ball, Pekmic electing not to produce any cards. Off into the 33rd minute we go. The excitement is just beginning. 2021 USL Championship playoffs presented by Twin Spires continues with the conference semifinal action beginning Friday, November 12th. Continuing all weekend long. Who will make their next step toward glory? Find out next weekend on ESPN+. Locomotive certainly wanting to be among that number. Roots SC doing its best to continue its season as well. Here is Fox. All the way up, Aron's going to get a touch to the Eagle. Diego working on Memo Diaz. The back heel. Nobody there. Amerique is going to put it into touch. Diaz, that's going to stay in play. Bounces kindly and out for a goal kick. Fans disagreeing a bit with the call, but the call is made. Plenty of time to judge who touched it last. That ball stood in the wind in the air for quite a while. Mark Lowry. Ooh, wow, pressure. Blanchette able to get rid of it. Here's Ryan, Ross, Maris, Lucho. Gets it from the byline. Ameriquay with a touch. Lucho back with it. Flag is finally up. After all of that. For a very interesting replay. Let's see. Well, Blanchette was in trouble and just had to fire the ball up the middle. Richie Ryan was ready to eat that up. That's what started this whole business. But in the end, Locomotive called offside. El Chuco is the chant. Of course, the nickname of El Paso, Texas. Grabbed by Ketterer. Right back up the left wing, Borelli. You think about this Locomotive lineup with 44 goals pretty much on the pitch. Virtually all but a couple. Here's King. Ryan. Among those non-goal scorers on the pitch, along with Mishak and, of course, Ketterer. Here's Diego. That's hooked. Diaz able to send that one back up. Locomotive with it again, though. Maris, Diego. Maris shows. Blasts right foot. Ameriquay trying to get a hold of that. Maris back to the top. Maka deflected. Cleared out. Flag is up again on Locomotive FC. But with so many players pressing forward, that is perhaps going to happen, Heidi.
It is. But, you know, when the ball gets reset or it gets blocked, you got to get back on.
And that was Diego, obviously in an offside position, and probably Aron as well. And the ball touched him before it bounced back out. So the flag basically has to go up.
And Oakland's counting on those players not resetting. So keeping that higher line up.
Ryan does well to win it back. Diego, Ross, Maris, and King. They have done well to get in front of King to prevent him coming up that right wing side. They've done their homework, haven't they? Trying to get loose. It's Ross. Great sliding tackle to get a stab to it. Blasted back up. Ryan. Sat down nicely. Maris. Diego.
The Roots are just trying to kind of fill those slots of the nice passing lanes that the Locomotive would love to have. So Locomotive trying to pass to each other to try to maybe get them to shift enough that they can slot it in to one of Locomotive's own players to get forward.
King's going to switch it. A little off target. Memo Diaz in place before the ball gets to Borelli. And Roots with some possession. And a foul earned. That's Quincy Ameriquay talking things over. A couple of veterans. Ameriquay out of Bakersfield, California. Storied MLS career, 10-year MLS veteran. Rapids helped them win MLS Cup in 2010. Vamos Locos, the chant from 8th Notch. Borelli knocked over. Rodriguez standing nearby. Borelli's like trying to get under somebody's armpit, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Remember from another match, he was
yes,
completely...
indeed. Nice angle. Nice angle. Ketterer's ready. Where's the ball coming? Ameriqua delivery. Top of the box and nodded wide. Goal kick. Got it to Clemente. That's who they wanted to find.
Locomotive did put a challenge on that end of that ball, so that hopefully helped it be not quite on the target they wanted it to be on.
Fox and Mishak. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM-FC, channel 157, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio. Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh. USL All Access with Mike Watson, Devin Kerr. Tuesday, 5 Mountain. Live action from the Championship, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM-FC, channel 157, and the Sirius XM app. Diego with him stride for stride. Ameriqua, good cross. Rodriguez was pretty close. Logan Ketterer in position. Roots has done some solid work crossing the ball and finding open people.
Yeah, the Roots is definitely getting forward and finding just that little bit of space to get that ball in front of goal. Locomotive fortunately has been able to break it up right at the end, but I think this is one of we've seen more chances like that aren't just on a counterattack than in some of the previous games that the Locomotive have played. So Roots have done some homework.
Ryan. There's one in the middle. There's Rodriguez. Richie Ryan and Maka King. Maris dispossessed. Great work in that wing. And the free kick earned. Rodriguez takes a seat. Roots with another opportunity coming here.
Locomotive are, this is coming as a kind of a result of just a turnover, a dispossession that you just kind of.
They go far post. Excellent service. Rodriguez trying to get there. Fox over the top of him. Bounces around Mishak, tantalizing. Clemente looking for the far corner, and he had a pretty solid look indeed, but it is wide in the end.
And that is too much time for that ball to be in the Locomotive box.
Nobody had a square head on it, though.
No, they didn't, but it's still.
Maybe a foot next time.
Clearance as quick as you can.
Here's King. Diego. First times to Maris and back to Mishak. Fox trying to find Aron, but well clipped out by Roots. Forward pressure, they go back to Blanchette, and they'll reset from here. Mishak sees where that ball's bouncing. Lucho had an idea, I think, to try and dummy that ball for Aron. It doesn't work out. And here's Diaz. 31 matches played for Jordan Farrell, the interim coach for this Roots SC team, and their technical director, we should point out. He's been in both duties. Started as the TD. But 31 matches for the former New Mexico State High School Player of the Year for the Gaston Panthers. Diego earns a foul, which is the most for Roots SC. Playing against his former team. There you see leads and tackles one as well, 47. Has been a stalwart for this Roots lineup in its first season of play. Well worked. Maris. King. King to the far post. Aron is there, knocks it back into the middle. It was over Blanchette's head. There was nobody in blue on the other side of that knockback by Aron. Maris. King. Through to Maris, the touch. Tried a sombrero over, and it's knocked by Clementa. It'll be out for a Locomotive throw. Last-ditch defending in the back for Roots.
Yeah, Locomotive, is nice to see them get some of these just kind of dangerous places for the ball to be. But I know you're used to Duke hearing me say shots on target. Right now, they just need the actual shot. Somebody's got to say, this is my responsibility. I'm going to get open. If I get an inch, I'm going to get that shot quick enough that it's not going to get closed down on and blocked, and it's going to be on goal. I mean, they have got to have a priority of a shot.
Fox. Dipping ball. Moved a little bit. Blanchette, the easy cover.
Yeah, you're making it easy for the other team.
The 2021 season coming to a conclusion. It's the championship final taking center stage. Watch as a new champion is crowned Sunday, November the 28th. It's going to be at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time on ESPN and ESPN Deportes, or you can listen to it, Sirius XM FC, channel 157. So it will be everywhere. Will Locomotive FC be in that number? Roots SC doing their best to keep things moving, and we are into eco-living stoppage time. That is 1 minute. See Greg Dopka, our fourth official, showing what everybody knows. And this Roots SC team, well drilled. They have come to El Paso and dealt with that early pressure very well. Ross, Fox. Locomotive throw coming. How wonderful is it, though, for Locomotive FC to start getting players healthy at just the right time, Heidi?
Yeah, I mean, that's huge to have your choice of all the players again.
Maricua able to get it to Hernandez. The byline they go. Long left-footed cross, Ryan. Easy nod, and that is going to do it for half number one. 0-0 at the break as Locomotive FC returns to the championship playoffs. Andrew Fox talking things over with Ismir Pekmic. But that's where we stand. Back with the GECU halftime show as we continue from Southwest University Park, the Fortress.
Don't miss a second of the Locos in action by getting a seat to every match. Buy your tickets now at aplocomotivefc.com/ticket or by calling or texting 915-235-GO.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for another outstanding year here at Casa Ford.
We won our 20th Ford President's Award for customer service this year, and we couldn't have done it without you.
We're showing our appreciation with huge Black Friday savings all month long. Get 0% financing on a new 2021 Ford F-150.
And we want to pay you this Black Friday. Bring us your trade-in for our highest ever value.
Thanks again from all of us at El Paso's #1 Ford dealer.
Casa Ford, home of the nice guys. Yeah!
Locomotive FC has gone Adidas. Brand new official Locomotive gear in the 3 stripes is available, including the 2021 jerseys and new styles for men, women, and children. With unique colors and styles, there's something for everyone. Shop online at locomotiveteamshop.com or visit our team shop located at the stadium.
Tony, how many people did you invite for Thanksgiving?
With savings like these, everybody's coming to Casa Nissan. Do you think we have enough seats?
Good thing we've got plenty of Nissans to go around. We're showing our appreciation with huge Black Friday savings all month long.
Get a 2021 Nissan Titan with 0.9% APR for 60 months.
Come see us for a month of Black Friday savings at Casa Nissan.
Home of the nice guys.
Yeah!
Welcome to the GECU Halftime Show. Manage your accounts 24/7 with GECU Online Banking, the GECU mobile app, and GECU ATMs. Learn more at gecu.com.
What a crowd here at Southwest University Park with El Paso and Oakland tied 0-0. Thank you for joining us on the GECU Halftime Show. I'm Heidi Mocha. The playoffs obviously bring a different level of intensity when it's sudden death. The winner of tonight's match will advance to the next round of the playoffs. And it's the end of the season if you don't. Head coach Mark Lowry likes the experience he has on his side, having reached the conference finals the last 2 seasons. But he and the team know that what you've done in the past doesn't matter in the playoffs.
Form can go out the window, league placing, where you finish the league kind of goes out the window. It's a one-off game, anybody can win it, so you have to approach each second of that game with the right focus. So I think that's what we've learned over the last couple of years, and we've got a group that we believe is more experienced now, the right mentality, winners in the locker room that will approach it the right way.
We've worked for 9 months already, and we worked the whole season for these moments, and I think the team is mentally ready. We're going to come out strong and focused to hopefully get a good result for the people here in El Paso.
I think we walk in with a lot of confidence, a lot of excitement. Like you say, it's been a really positive year for us, and it all leads towards the playoffs. You wait for this moment from the first game of the season, and yeah, thankfully we've had a really positive season with a really good group of guys, and so it's all guns blazing. See what we can do on Friday night, but we're all very excited for it.
Lowry and team feel confident that they have the team to go all the way. Another half left to play. The score in this one, Locomotive 0, Roots 0. We will be back.
Today, as you step onto the field, you step into your purpose. You step strong. You step hard. Con toda la fuerza de mujer. You step up.
There's hit on the line! Oh, he put it in! A magnificent strike! You go down, you come back, and you find a way.
Goes topics. I mean, yeah, it's time about today we're gonna go topics.
Roll it down.
I am.
You don't need a car to listen to Sirius XM. You can listen anywhere. You know that, right?
What? Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio.
Kevin, you could use your phone.
What? What?
Alexa, play Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on Sirius XM.
What? This is how I know you're getting old. I guess that was it. What?
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
Welcome back to Southwest University Park. The crowd is a big one tonight for playoff soccer. Locomotive FC making its 3rd consecutive trip to the postseason. 0-0 at the break with Oakland Roots SC. Duke Keith with you. Welcome back to the GECU Halftime Show. If things go El Paso's way, they will play either Orange County SC or Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC as we take a look at the playoff bracket. Those two play tomorrow evening, so we're not going to know the potential next opponent tonight. But we do know the next match will be, for sure, here at Southwest University Park on November the 13th, should Locomotive hold serve tonight. The exact time still to be determined, but keep an eye to Locomotive social media for that. Still another half to play here, but that's how things would shape up if El Paso gets the win. As we move on to USL storylines, how about Aaron Gomez? Player of the month, 4 goals, 3 assists during the month of October. Go to the USL Championship website and vote now, uslchampionship.com. Contributing to Locomotive FC, finishing the season unbeaten at home in the regular season. 13 wins, ties Locomotive FC for Tampa, or with Tampa, for the most in a single season at home. Locomotive FC, youth soccer club with U18 girls team. The girls had their first match last Saturday here at Southwest University Park. That was a 1-1 draw. Great outing for the ladies as they look to continue the 2021 fall youth soccer season. And don't forget, November 28th, 6:30 p.m., ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and Sirius XM FC. It's the USL Championship. Would be incredible for Locomotive FC to get into that match. Locomotive FC and Oakland Roots doing battle here, 0-0 at the break. But November the 28th is when it all boils down. That's like the weekend right after Thanksgiving. We certainly hope to be a part of that number. 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 0-0 at the break. The GECU halftime show continues after this.
Tony, how many people did you invite for Thanksgiving?
With savings like these, everybody's coming to Casa Nissan. Do you think we have enough seats?
Good thing we've got plenty of Nissans to go around. We're showing our appreciation with huge Black Friday savings all month long.
Get a 2021 Nissan Titan with 0.9% APR for 60 months.
Come see us for a month of Black Friday savings at Casa Nissan.
Home of the nice guys.
Yeah!
Locomotive FC has gone Adidas. Brand new official Locomotive gear in the 3 stripes is available, including the 2021 jerseys and new styles from men, women, and children. With unique colors and styles, there's something for everyone. Shop online at locomotiveteamshop.com or visit our team shop located at the stadium.
Welcome back to Southwest University Park. That is Section 105, home to the 8th notch Locomotive FC's supporters group. 0-0 at the break. Duke Keith along with Heidi Moche here at the GECU halftime show. Let's take a look at the first half statistics from this one. Locomotive FC, more shots, but not much so, not too many. Shots on target the same. Passing accuracy, as you would expect from the best passing team in the championship. Possession, 61% to 39%. It's about what you thought it was, but Roots, Heidi, has done a great job of taking the sting out of that Locomotive attack this evening.
Yeah, they've been quick to close when there was a dangerous opportunity. You see the blocked shots. Those are potentially shots that could have been, dangerous ones on target, but they know if they close quick, takes away that opportunity. And then Locomotive being a little bit anxious to get forward and getting caught offsides a couple times, so just need to be a little more headsy there. But it's really going to be which team, both teams got to get a feel for each other now. Who's going to make the adjustments to capitalize in the second half? And then, if not on that, then what Coach Lowry kind of mentioned earlier, is there going to be a set piece or a mistake?
Well, let's take a look at our Hospitals of Providence employee highlight, Heidi.
Yeah, so tonight we feature Stephanie Bernal. Stephanie is the nursing director of telemetry at the Hospitals of Providence Trans Mountain campus. She is a committed nursing leader dedicated to ensuring patients receive the highest level of care. Thank you, Stephanie, for your dedication to care for our community. And that wraps it up for the GECU halftime show. Second half on the other side of the break. El Paso 0, Oakland 0.
Thank you for watching the GECU Halftime Show. Manage your accounts 24/7 with GECU Online Banking, the GECU mobile app, and GECU ATMs. Learn more at gecu.com.
Locomotive FC offers a wide variety of exclusive experiences, including private party spaces, individual suites, and hospitality areas. Give us a call at 915-235-GOAL for more information and to book your next event. Locomotive FC has gone Adidas. Brand new official Locomotive gear in the 3 stripes is available, including the 2021 jerseys and new styles from men, women, and children. With unique colors and styles, there's something for everyone. Shop online at locomotiveteamshop.com or visit our team shop located at the stadium.
Welcome back to El Paso, Texas, downtown El Paso, Southwest University Park, the Fortress. Locomotive FC and Oakland Roots tied 0-0 at the break as we continue. Duke Keith along with Heidi Mocha. We'll get to the highlights in a little bit, but I'll tell you always, one of the highlights when you come watch a Locomotive match, especially a playoff match, is that crowd.
Yeah, the energy here and the excitement, it's just being another part of a live match, especially after last year having so limited fans with COVID. I mean, bring this back, and it's just like having another, between the 8th notch extra man and the whole crowd and the energy. It's amazing to be here.
Beautiful poster for this evening headed into the playoffs as we take a look at the highlights. And here's Amarikwa to Rodriguez, tipped over the bar. That is a great save by Logan Ketterer. We talked about being ready for surprise moments in the playoffs. Aron Gomez almost had one. Great service from the wing, but just wasn't able to put a foot to it. And Maka King with that long throw in. Fox, Lucho can't get there in time, knocked over the bar. But Mishak, you want your shot on goal? There's your shot on goal. The Haitian can bring it. Clearance by Blanchette. And one more. Maka. Aron, great knockback into the middle, but Lucho, that was way in back of him and eventually cleared by Oakland, which has absorbed a lot of pressure, but has dished out a little bit on their own.
They have. They've gotten forward and forced the Locomotive to have to kind of, be aware of them getting forward and switching fields and trying to create some attacking chances. But the Locomotive, the Roots had their number as far as closing quick when they knew they did have the chances. So Locomotive's got to get their heads up and be even quicker to pull that trigger.
You saw Banana Man running down the steps here in Southwest University Park. Those little marks are not just, he has washed that uniform, I think, from time to time, but those are autographs, right? That's not stuff that he spilled. We worry about that. Banana Man, if you have not seen Locomotive social media tonight, an absolutely fire introduction to playoff soccer from Banana Man. And there he is. Quick to share a drink as well, and he's having fun tonight, as is most of the crowd here on a Friday evening in downtown El Paso. Ready for the second half. There's a man, Fernie, enjoying himself some Locomotive soccer. First touch for Roots SC in this second half of play. Amarikwa going up with Mishak for that one. Lucho to soon-to-be U.S. men's national team under-20 teammate Diego Luna, who draws the foul. Roots insisting that is a dive, but words from Ismir Pekmic. You be the judge. Maybe making the most of that. Joseph Nane saying how. A Cameroonian. Active tonight for Roots SC on those wings. Fox and Borelli. Fox will switch it long.
When Fox had the ball, I could see Gomez just asking him to play him to the side because he's matched up with the last defender. And Gomez is, you know, he's just been incredible the last several matches. I'd put him up. I'd
Flag
serve
is
that
up.
ball into him. There, he's just a little bit too early again, but
The 6th offside for Locomotive FC tonight. So it's not just the one assistant referee on our near side here.
right.
Both of these teams very cagey, and you've got to give credit to Jordan Farrell. Has really done a tremendous job. Shout out to Mika Burrell from Seriously Loco, who did some research on him and why does Oakland Roots press so much. Farrell played semi-professionally in the German 4th Division. Gegenpressing. He is a disciple.
Yeah, and I think the Locomotive are looking for some more long balls than they usually do because of that press and that Christmas tree kind of formation that they're up against.
Formationally speaking, I mean, how does that, I guess it is meant to kind of clog things so that you can't get through, and then you hit them on the break in the wings. Is that, am I thinking of this correctly?
Yes, and then the other thing that, if I understand it right, is the best time to get the ball is right after the other team wins the ball. So that's, you know, that's very disruptive. And then if they have pressure, then you're looking to relieve that pressure by going long, and then the defense is stepping up to pull you off sides. So you think, oh, it's on. Oh, it's not on.
Well, they seem to be content with allowing throw-ins. Locomotive will have another one here deep.
Well, the Roots have been pretty good at being on the end of service, of long ball service. So that's definitely a focus that they've emphasized on their side.
Rocket King dries the ball, ready. He'll take that one short. Back to Diego. King. Nice cross out on. Pings it into the middle. Maris trying to bring it down. Ross just wide. I don't know if that sliced away from out on. It looked like he was trying to put it on net. It just didn't go anywhere near it. Maris did well to receive that and do something with it. So we take a look again. Oh, partially deflected, I think, by Memo Diaz. How about that?
And Ross does a good job of also still getting that down and over it and almost on frame, but keeping it down rather than going for a field goal of 3.
Right. Too far ahead. Ketterer will let that one roll over for a goal kick. Nane up that left wing has been a challenge.
But sometimes we've liked to say, okay, I'll take Ross's, that shot by Ross, that kind of strike by Gomez. That's their warm-up. That's their warm-up. Now, the next one, they're on, right?
Shots on target. You've been harping on that all season long. With reason. Maris, well done to roll that to Borelli, but Diaz standing in the way. Maybe he knew a little bit about what was coming. Roots can't get there in time, trying to hit him on the break. Appreciating the service, Jesus Enriquez. A lot of soccer talent in the Bay Area, and a lot of them have come home this season for Roots SC, which may have had one of the most difficult starts to their time in the championship of any team ever. And a lot of it involved their pitch, which had to be delivered and they had to make do. Bounced around to a couple of stadiums. Didn't win a game after their first victory for about a month and a half. Here's Luna. Locomotive trying to hit him on the break. Aron makes the turn, but Nane and Clementa able to steer away from trouble.
I did see a picture of the pitch that you're referring to, and it the comments I saw, it looked kind of like the roots of their logo.
All the
Once under the
multicolored.
ground, exactly.
Multicolored.
It was all over the place.
It wasn't by design?
No, I don't think they meant that. But they have really survived, and of course, into the playoffs, you give all the credit in the world to Jordan Farrell and his Christopher Molinab, Nana Adekora, Noah Delgado, Jeremy Clark, all done a fine job on the pitch.
They had a series here at the end of the season of must-win games, and that's what they did.
4th seed out of the Pacific Division against the top-seeded Locomotive. Attack so far, 0-0. We're in the 52nd. Here's King. Diego. Locomotive trying to change that. Maris does well. G. Ryan. Borelli. Service. In the box headed out. Clementa. Cleared by Diaz. Fox will settle. Steers it right in. Settling ball. Into the middle, knocked away by Ross on the service by Enriquez.
And that's a great job by Ross to get back and keep tracking back, knowing that there still was a man ahead of him, but hopefully he'd get to that, be the one on the end of that Oakland pass. Well done.
Here is Ross. Amarikwa giving him a little what for. The Scotsman looking at the linesman. The assistant referee saying, did you see that?
And man for man, I mean, the Roots have matched up with the Locomotive today pretty well.
Mishak, long switch. Diaz knew that was coming, but here's Diego. Borelli. And Fox. Slow on the pass up the pitch. Fox to get it back. Second effort again taken away. Amarikwa. Rodriguez, Amarikwa. To Rodriguez. Rolled over. Maka King's going to keep it out. That is a corner kick off of King with Johnny Rodriguez coming in. Logan Ketterer with words for his defense. Chick-fil-A corner coming. Roots opportunistic in making things happen here in the second half.
Yeah, they're pushing the pace when they get that turnover, and the Locomotive are trying to get back. And fortunately, Ross stayed committed on that last one, and Maka came all the way with that player on this one.
It's Kai Greene. Has been key in a lot of this countering. Little big man from Jersey City, New Jersey. Here on the Chick-fil-A corner. Right into Mishak, good clearance. Diaz will run it down. Diaz into the box, headed down. Ketterer the save and blazed over the bar. Rodriguez got there, but Logan Ketterer coming up absolutely huge, and Oakland can't make him pay on the rebound.
No, that's the play of the match right now. I mean, that was a great chance. What a save by Ketterer, and then just on the follow-up, it goes up and over. Locomotive has got to get this sorted out, and Oakland's done a nice job.
And here he's out on, perhaps to do just that. The cross, Borelli, chipped into the box. Headed out of trouble, brought down.
Duke, do you see that? How the services, every service Locomotive puts in is rarely connected with the Locomotive player.
Amarikwa, service to the left side. Here is Rodriguez. Rodriguez pulls it back. Blazed over by Greene, and it's a goal kick coming. Wow.
Yeah, but did you see the one white player and all the blue? And then the key was once it went to another white, another player on Oakland, the blue has to close quickly. Quick. And that's good because it forced a quick shot and fortunately off target.
Jose Hernandez, 5'3" midfielder out of Mexico City. Here is Fox, Maris, and Borelli. Lead ball looking for Lucho, too far. Blanchette's going to play it. It's going to skip away from him. Borelli quickly. The ball's going to run onto the pitch. Continue play.
Locomotive's gotta you know, kind of be a little cautious here because Oakland has had some opportunity. They have some confidence. They look like they got some you know, just they know they can get the ball and get forward and be dangerous. So Locomotive needs to get their own run of play and get forward, and you know, it's who's going to get it first.
Diego whistled for the foul. Nane. Hernandez. Backing around. Diaz.
That's where they pulled Maris out, and they knew they could get that central ball into.
Diaz the cross. Richie Ryan has that one well seen. Until that's where they want to send it in from, right? Ameriqua. Veteran on veteran there, Ameriqua. It's a touch on it, last to touch it. No, it was off of Borelli. It'll be a corner kick. Chick-fil-A corner. Mishak and Borelli trying to double team, but off of them and over the byline.
Yeah, and Mishak does a good job of staying tight on Oakland player, and you know, once it was in the box, you got to be a little less aggressive, not risk a foul, and then once it popped out, then they could get a little bit more in each other's shorts.
And here is Hernandez with a Chick-fil-A corner kick. That's a foul. Richie Ryan taken down, and the foul whistled en route.
And it's not easy to take Richie Ryan down.
It is not. Although he might be tempted to take a seat if that's going to earn his team a foul.
Exactly.
Fox with it. Borelli. Ross, the Scotsman for Mishak. '62 appearances for the Haitian men's national team. Actually went to a FIFA U17 World Cup back in the mid-aughts. But great to have him back in the lineup. Spent a lot of time out with injury. Fox trying to chip one over. Diaz has that one well sniffed out. Rodriguez.
They've got to look to the Locomotive. That was, I mean, I kind of could see that being on, but they're just a little too slow to get that ball into that space behind to be able to exploit it. It's got to be a much quicker decision.
Maris will be whistled for the foul here on Nane. Quick in the restart. Hernandez. Rodriguez working on King. King and Hernandez, great work by the Englishman. And Rodriguez will be whistled for the foul as he takes down Nick Ross. Well, Nick Ross has had to do a little bit of everything. He's had to be a bit of an Andrew Fox this year, the Swiss Army knife. Defensive midfielder in the absence of both Richie Ryan and Yuma, who has spent the majority of the time as a central defender this season, but has been called on in that holding midfielder role. Ross 29 years old, out of Inverness, Scotland. Veteran of the Scottish Premier League. Pass, Diego swallows it up and does well to keep it moving forward. Here's Owen, far posted, just wide. Great effort. Not quite on target, Heidi, but pretty solid
Pretty
effort.
darn close. That is one. It's still aimed towards the far post. The keeper touches it. Another player touches it. Could be a deflection. And that's a nice solid strike. And the Diego getting forward, creating that over to him. It's getting into if you're a defender, it's going to get in your head. Oh, I gotta watch out. That could have been.
That will be a throw-in for Locomotive. Rodriguez not able to keep it in play.
But then you think, okay, now if the opponent shifts and covers Gomez, maybe Gomez gives it back to Diego. And I mean, we know what Diego could do from the center at the top of the box.
It's interesting to me. Ariel Mumba and Jeremy Bukila, that's 4 goals and 5 goals respectively, started this on the bench. And again, it makes you wonder if Jordan Farrell's being a little cagey with things with his lineup, starting 2 of his leading goal scorers.
Well, they're definitely defending as a unit. They're defending as a unit, so it might be, hey, this is the shape that we need to be committed to.
To absorb pressure.
And to be able to go forward with pressure but not get taken advantage of. So that that might be the case. If they get down, then maybe you take a different choice.
Great pass to Lucho. Diego just wide. Great thought out of the back in Lucho. Again, line-splitting passes. Those have been done quite well to get Locomotive out of that defensive third to the attacking third, but the shot's a little wide, the cross is a little overcooked or undercooked.
Yeah, it's just not a clean strike for Diego. It's not what we usually see come off of his foot. He was probably thinking, oh, a little bit too much about it, like, look at this great chance I might have, instead of just on autopilot, just getting it done.
Great work by Maris to fling a foot up there and get a piece of that. I would say after having some issues maybe in the early season, Dylan Maris has been something. Out it goes and over. Aron with the chance of the night perhaps on a great turnover created in the substitution coming now. Sebastian Velasquez.
And even Gomez, look, oh, he's so mad at himself. You can just see that.
How about that pass from Ross?
And that was tough. He had defenders coming on him, but he picked out that spot and just, instead of getting over it enough, got just under.
So Sebastian Velasquez returning to the Locomotive lineup after spending a few weeks on the bench. Dylan Maris doesn't appear to be very happy about it. 65th minute substitution for Locomotive.
No, and he's done well in this half, and helped create, helped hold the ball. You know, there is nothing to say about his play that was needed to be really changed, you know. But I think putting in Velasquez, you know, now that he's healthy and back, it's another player. I think he is a little bit more willing to take players on and dance. And if that can create a goal, then, you know, Coach Lowry is going to say, hey, let's see how the opponent can handle him. And maybe he and Diego both kind of doing those things will create that opportunity.
Well, you look at the players at the very top of their game, there is no player, active professional, who wants to just come off. Here's a turnover. Richie Ryan has it taken away from him. Not able to come up Hernandez. Appreciates the pass from Amarikwa.
Misha gives me a little heart attack there, though.
Well, Locomotive in 8th notch trying to serenade a little momentum for the home side tonight. As we enter the 67th minute, it is still notched at 0. Diego, the cross. Velasquez first touches for Seba. And a great pass up to the left wing. Borelli, can he get there in time? No.
Not quite.
Goal kick. Sebastian Velasquez sporting a new do as he makes his way back onto the pitch. And it's funny to me because you look at the women's game and it's ponytails, right? Ponytails. The dudes are the ones with the hairdos in soccer, aren't they, Heidi?
I guess it's their way to show their individual flair and personality.
Amazing. Man buns and high top fades.
Well, and you know, it is November. We talked about you doing No Shave November, and you have complied.
Can you tell?
Yeah, it's getting a little scratchy. It looks like no shaving since you said the 31st. So we'll see.
If we're fortunate enough to be doing this again next week, I'm going to ask you frankly, has there been any change? Because I'm not going to be convinced. Bounces out. Great service by Memo Diaz, but flipped out by Locomotive. And into the middle. Out on Velasquez. Diego.
And Gomez is a striker that is not afraid to come back and work on the defensive end also.
Velasquez, tipped wide and just wide of the net. Trying to serve it to Lucho, cut out by Oakland. Kai Greene got a foot to it. It'll roll out for a Chick-fil-A corner kick. Diego will go over to do the honors.
Almost that chance that we were looking to have the Locomotive get, just kind of.
Greene. Oh my. Couple of chops at it.
Lucho.
And Blanchette may be lucky the second man didn't get a piece. I think that was Clemente. Woof. If Clemente touched it, that's liable to have been an own goal.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Chick-fil-A corner coming up. That'll be Ryan. Rattled into the box. Fox. Nice turn on the volley. But blazes it over the bar. That's a hard skill. You ever attempted one of those overhead kicks?
I have not attempted the bicycle kick.
Ever?
Probably in a practice, but not a match.
Okay.
No.
One score is in from the Western Conference playoff. San Antonio 2-0 winners over Loyal SC. So Landon Donovan, San Diego Loyal playoff race is done. San Antonio, as El Paso knows all too well, one of the stalwarts of the Mountain Division. All 4 Locomotive losses coming to divisional opponents. 1 to San Antonio. Memo Diaz in a battle with Diego. Able to deflect that one back. Well done, Diego. Velasquez. Ryan's pass is a bit off target. Fox knocks it long. Lucho almost there, but Kai Greene gets ahead to it. Now settled down Velasquez. Trying to eat some space, which he does so well. Here is King. Still looking for a way forward and springing his way loose up the right wing side. Aron. Aron Gomez. Borelli the dummy. Diego. Diego! Tipped wide by Blanchette. And they had the second runners too. Lucho and Aron waiting there, but Blanchette gets enough of a piece of it. It'll be a Chick-fil-A corner. Locomotive, one of the more dangerous chances all night, and it's the teenager.
Yeah, that was a nice dummy. Borelli left it for him, and whew, what a save by the Oakland goalkeeper, because that ball was going in the back of the net.
Lucho could have scored and not known anything about the goal if it had touched him right. Here's Richie Ryan with a Chick-fil-A corner kick. Long and swinger, knocked back in. Blanchett another save. Corner kick coming. Lucho got ahead to it.
I like the service on that corner by Ryan this time. Last one wasn't as perfectly served, but that one, whew, forces the goalkeeper to make another point-blank save.
Fox doing well to get position on Nane to let that one go out for another try.
But
This will be
Locomotive, keep the pressure on. Keep it up.
Diego from the other side. Far post, knocked down and out. How about that by Luna? Diego sliding in. Borelli taken down. Fans want the foul call. They won't get it. Here's Seba Velasquez, Fox, Mishak, and Ross. We're hearing Jeremy Bokila, the leading goal scorer for Roots SC, is about to make his way onto the pitch. Fox. Luna. Lucho over the bar. They cannot steer them on frame.
But that is exactly what we wanted to see in the first half. Is Lucho got the ball, quick turn, quick shot. Just put that thing on frame and it would count. Look at that.
Lucho.
And Blanchett's still trying to get after that. Steer it clear.
Pointed out before, courtesy dive. Johnny Rodriguez will make way for Roots' leading goal scorer. Jeremy Bokila is on the pitch and ready to do some work. 73rd minute substitution. Nane, cross back. Greene, chested down in Blanchett with Seba Velasquez lurking about. Hernandez. 3 goals and 2 assists this season for Roots. Jeremy Bokila out of Antwerp, Belgium. 5 goals to pace Roots this season. King trying to battle him. The Republic of Congo national team, capped for his nation 20 times. He has been a stalwart for this Roots side in its very first season of play in the championship.
Yeah, I mean, he's got size. He's got some quickness. Looks like his ability to kind of, handle pressure or take on a player is there. I mean, with his experience.
Well done, Ameriqua. Back to Hernandez. Nane just doing well to keep a hold. Clementa, Kai Greene, and Diaz. It's well settled.
And
Matias Fasori in there.
Bokila, just on a side note, we share the same birthday.
Do you?
According to with the information.
There you go.
Which would be next Sunday.
Well, happy
November
birthday
14th.
in advance. Here's Velasquez. As that was scooped away from him by Fasori. Well, I'm not going to ask the other question that's usually associated with that. I know better.
Yes, I looked at the year he was born, and I know that I was doing plenty of things long before his.
Here is Bokila. Out it comes, and in it goes. A mishandle by Borelli, and it's a goal. Jeremy Bokila puts Roots up in the 76th minute. A disaster for Locomotive FC. Locomotive FC must respond now. Ameriqua able to keep that away from Fox.
He's able to just get behind Mishak when he doesn't quite have the clear, but he's strong enough to hold off any challenge and doesn't make a mistake, puts it on frame in the back of the net.
It looked live from our angle that Mishak was able to get a foot to it, but that's not the case at all. Bokila just shielded him away completely.
Mishak went to it. The two of them were kind of shoulder to shoulder, and Bokila stayed balanced and just with composure put it into the back of the net.
So disaster for Locomotive, which must respond now.
Locomotive's had, recently had all those chances. They just did not capitalize on it.
And here is Velasquez. Touched back. Velasquez will get it. Spreads it to the left wing and Luna. Diego. Memo gets a piece. Memo will be whistled for the foul as he takes down the teenager. And Diego throws the ball away. I believe it's a Locomotive free kick. As Diego responded with one of the Roots players down. That's Enriquez. Let's see that one again. So there's the foul. Words from Enriquez, and that draws Luna's ire. The caution issued to Diego Luna in the 78th minute. And it's never the instigation, it's the response, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the retaliation that gets usually the heavy.
Well, Enriquez with a couple of things to say, and clearly got under Diego's skin, but Diego flashy and brash at the age of 18, got taken advantage of there. Still wins the foul, chipped in by Ross, far post, towed away or pushed away by Blanchette. Got a paw to it. Blanchette is down.
The keeper has been controlling that box tonight.
And is a little bit the worse for wear. It'll be our Texas Tech 9 to the dock. Draws the Howells from 8th notch with Roots SC leading Locomotive 1-0.
Yeah, and Oakland Roots kind of showing why they cannot be underestimated. They've made this playoffs period just through sheer grit.
But Bokila. For Locomotive SC, 2 substitutions. Matt Boehner replacing Eder Borelli, and Leandro Carrijo coming in for Richie Ryan. Here in minute 80 for Locomotive. So Carrijo, the man they call Carrigol, the Brazilian. And this is his time, but will Locomotive give him the opportunity to strut his stuff?
He likes the last, 10 minutes or so, and any stoppage time seem to be his favorites.
Celebrated his 36th birthday on the 3rd of September. But still motoring. 4 goals for Locomotive FC. They bring on the ringer, Jeremy Bokila, and in 3 minutes he has Roots SC on top. El Paso trying to go like for like by bringing on the veteran Brazilian. The man from Uberaba, Brazil. The all-time leading goal scorer for Juarez Bravos. Flag is up on Bokila. 73 goals and 102 appearances for Locomotive FC's sister squad south of the border. march to Liga MX. Velasquez, Ross, Mishak, Boehner, Fox. The electricity ramped up here tonight in El Paso, Texas. Locomotive looking for an answer. There will be a winner walking out of this stadium tonight. Velasquez, one of the heroes of the 2019 run to the Western Conference Finals. Too far and back for Boehner. That's turned over. Chip forward Fisore, trying to get it to Boquila. Amarikwa, Fisore, left wing side, and Hernandez takes a crack and misses just wide. On the half volley, powered that one wide. It'll be a goal kick, and Locomotive will play it out of the back quickly.
And Oakland Roots definitely has some confidence right now. They are looking to win the ball back and then get forward at pace.
Well, Locomotive has had some opportunities, but it's your old harping point. Shots on target.
Shots on target. They can't go in if they're not on target.
Velasquez. The switch. Fox. They've moved Fox out to that left wing. Fox to the box. Trying to keep it moving. Gets blind by Greene. Fox. Cleared in time. Fisore gets a touch, and here's Hernandez. Amarikwa.
And Oakland does a good job of getting numbers back and just kind of jamming things up.
Brought down. Good move by Enriquez. The shot saved by Ketterer. Point blank. Right to a waiting Fisore, and he's stoned. Logan Ketterer has saved El Paso's bacon more than once tonight. But his offense needs to help him out here. Velasquez crossing. Lucho trying to get there. They'll knock it over for the corner kick, and a collision inside the 6. Carrijo still on his knees, but it's the Roots player who is feeling the effects of that challenge. I think that's Nani. Some hard work. Ismir Pekmic making sure, as we'll see the replay here, that the watch is stopped. It'll be a Chick-fil-A corner kick, but now player sliding in with studs. Never pleasant to be in one of those collisions, is it, Heidi?
No. But all those bodies were committed to getting to that ball first, and I think they all got there.
Mark Lowry looking for some offensive answers. Locomotive coming in with a loaded lineup with the expectation of scoring goals. Roots has done a fine job countering that tonight. Roots has the lead. Does Locomotive have an answer? Logan Ketterer is shouting at the assistant referee because Zatnani, the injured player, is taunting Diego to the far post. That'll be Boquila who blasts this one into touch. Into the 86th minute. More gamesmanship. That was basically a taunt to Diego off in that corner. Here is Maka King with the long throw in. Into the box. Hernandez not able to control. King back in. King. Diego sliced it. '87th minute. Locomotive FC running short on time. opportunities. The 25-match undefeated string of games here at Southwest University Park is in jeopardy. King looking for Aron. Not many opportunities over these last few minutes for number 7. You point out how well he does defensively and offensively, but they haven't been able to provide him service.
No, he was getting the ball time after time earlier, and he sure has not had it.
Long cross. Diego. Fox. Nice cross. Blanchette will pop it out. There along with Kai Greene for another Chick-fil-A corner kick. Substitutions coming on for Roots, Tarek Morad and Max Orange still about to make their way onto the pitch. Si se puede, the chance rising from 8th notch tonight. Luna, Diego pushed it in. Ross from Lucho. It's a handball. They won't whistle it, and indeed is.
Yes.
They did whistle it. Hernandez as Mishak tried to send it back in. So an interesting free kick from an interesting area. But it does look like it's going to be Ross to take this.
And it's almost, I know we mentioned, Coach Lowry had said, set pieces are mistakes. That's what playoff matches are all about.
To the far post and over. Carrijo. Great service from Ross. Free header. Not on frame. 89th minute.
And that's where set pieces can, change a match like that. That same ball on target. I mean, it's a good contact, just not on target.
So it'll be Tarek Morad coming on to replace Jose Hernandez, who's put in some work tonight. Max Ornstill replaces Jesus Enriquez the same. 18 and 11 have done some great work for Jordan Farrell and Roots SC on the verge of something spectacular. A monumental upset. As Ismir Pekmic escorts Mr. Enriquez to the touchline.
And I have to say the Oakland Roots goalkeeper, just like Ketterer, has come up big, but he has kept the Locomotive from being able to get an equalizer here for certain.
Blanchette skips that one, and it's going to be a Locomotive throw eventually. Into the 90th minute. El Paso must answer. We're hearing 5 minutes of equal living stoppage time, which will draw some applause when you see that sign go up, I think, here in El Paso at the swap, the Fortress. Roots SC in danger of breaching the castle walls, and there's the sign. Equal living stoppage time, 5 minutes. Ameriqua will take a stroll. Waiting for Bokila. Ross the pressure. Diaz. Visore. Nice chip, looking for Diaz, but well won by Boehner. Just couldn't keep it in touch. In play, rather.
Locomotive needs to keep focused and disciplined, and to be sure that they get the opportunity to try to capitalize on this 5 minutes of stoppage time.
Memo Diaz played 2 seasons in El Paso. He knows darn well where that ball sitting. It's Bokila. Taken away by Diego. Boehner. Pressure. Turnover. Orange still comes blazing in. Orange still is a defender. Flashed forward. Three and a half minutes of equal living stoppage time remain.
And the Roots are still just trying to win back the ball quickly if Locomotive's in possession and press forward.
Mariquois draws the foul from King. And Roots SC certainly will take their time on the restart.
I'd say from that first half, one of the things Roots really did well was when Locomotive did get the ball, they closed them quickly. So they didn't get those nice chances.
And here is a yellow card issued. Well, that was Clementa. It'll be grabbed easily by Ketterer. Halfway through equal living stoppage time, Root one ball here. Lucho bounces out. Here is King trying to settle it. Double teamed. Still gets a heel to it, but Ameriquai. It's going to be a foul on Orange still. So the free kick coming.
It's definitely time for extra urgency for the Locomotive. And the Roots, they've all matched. They've been good at being on the opposite end of service.
94th minute. On the service, it bounces to Bokila. Ameriquois. Stopped by Luna. Foul earned. Ameriquois taken down. Less than 2 minutes remaining in Locomotive FC's season.
Unless they can get that miracle stoppage time goal, which we have seen happen.
Indeed.
We have.
Kai Greene will blaze this one long. King will let it roll out for a throw. About 100 seconds left in this. Ketterer blazes it up. Diaz with a head into the middle. Nane taken down. They'll let him play. Carrijo. Ross, they have to go back. But they need to go forward.
They've
Ketterer.
got to get it to Lucho or Gomez. Those two have not seen any service.
It'll be King.
They're both kind of been just kind of lurking. But at the same time, the Roots have done a good job of knowing who the main goal scorers have been for the Locomotive.
Mishak, left side. Diego, seconds left. Diego, 1 against 2. Ameriquois. Diego does well just to get the ball back to Aron, to Ross, to Ketterer, who's up off his line. Ketterer blazing this one. Carrijo trying to get there, could not. Clementa first in the scene. Here is Mishak. Last-ditch effort. Headed out by Greene. Lucho. Aron. Up it pops. Blanchett has it. And that is pretty much going to do it, you have to think. Ismir Pekmic is yet to blow the whistle. But is Roots SC on the verge of the unthinkable here in El Paso? To El Paso anyway. But not to them.
No.
Blanchett puts it back in play, and that is it. Oakland Roots SC has come to El Paso and ended the Mountain Division champion season. It is Roots SC moving on to face the winner.
The Roots had a plan, and they executed it well. Locomotive just, you know, I already said Coach Lowry, he kind of called it set pieces and mistakes, and I think Locomotive make one extra mistake that the Roots capitalizes, gets up 1-0, and just can't get that that equalizer on the Locomotive side, even with all those chances. I think the goalkeepers came up big on either side, and it just snatches the Locomotive from grabbing an equalizer, and Oakland Roots, hats off to them.
A great effort by Oakland Roots SC. 1-0, 3 minutes on the pitch. Jeremy Bokila gets the match winner. Thank you, El Paso, indeed. We'll be back to wrap things up when we continue after this.
Locomotive FC has gone Adidas. Brand new official Locomotive gear in the 3 stripes is available, including the 2021 jerseys and new styles from men, women, and children. With unique colors and styles, there's something for everyone. Shop online at locomotiveteamshop.com or visit our team shop located at the stadium. Don't miss a second of the Locos in action by getting a seat to every match. Buy your tickets now at eplocomotivefc.com/ticket or by calling or texting 915-235-GO.
Welcome back to El Paso, Texas. The Locomotive fans still here. 1-0 the final score. Roots SC with an unbelievable upset over Locomotive FC. 1-0. Jeremy Bokila, 3 minutes on, notches the match winner. Andrew Fox is your estrella of the match tonight for his efforts this evening. Great work defensively. Work to the left wing. They put him in the second half after some substitutions and gave Locomotive some opportunities. They just weren't able to steer any shots on frame at the very last.
Right in there with a nice header that just, though, can't get on frame. He was kind of all over in the back, though, helping take control.
Andrew Fox. Foxy, your estrella of the match, the Englishman. Your GECU save of the game is coming up as fans are a little distraught, obviously, and shocked, I would think, more than anything else, Heidi.
Well, it's been 25 games since we have seen not a win or a tie here, so.
Here is your save of the match, GECU. We had about 3 of those.
Yeah, that's
sorry at the last.
Spectacular right there. That would have changed this game a lot earlier on.
Indeed, it blazed over the bar at the last. Logan Ketterer has been outstanding this season. But your physical play of the game coming up, and I think that you're probably going to guess who this is tonight because he's been that way all season long. It's Maka King. Blazing in at the last. Saving that one off of Johnny Rodriguez. That is your physical play of the match, brought to you by Physical Hand and Therapy Centers this evening.
Yeah, he's always committed on offense or on defense, going all the way through. Remember the goalie did falling down a couple matches ago as well.
Well, the full match stat says Eighth Notch continues to salute their Locomotive players as they roll off the pitch. You can't always win. Locomotive didn't tonight, but there you see. 4 shots on target. Oakland did not have one. Well, they had one in the first frame. Locomotive had one in the first frame. They got 2 more. The block shots, that's always big. You brought that up at halftime. Offside, that was another one.
Yeah.
Locomotive got that under control. Passing, as you would expect in possession, but
the one that matters.
The one that
the
matters
one
is right at the top, isn't it?
It sure is.
So let's take a look at your USL Championship playoff bracket. So it is Oakland Roots moving on. They will face the winner of Switchbacks FC and Orange County SC. San Antonio has moved on by virtue of a 2-0 win over Landon Donovan. San Diego Loyal, Rising SC and RGV have yet to do battle. That's happening tomorrow as well. But The championship playoffs will move on without Locomotive FC, which is a shock to pretty much everyone here in El Paso, but you play the match. And Roots SC did exactly what they needed to do. Absorb the pressure early, Heidi, and that was so key, wasn't it? That defensive shape helped them out immensely.
It was. They knew what they needed to do. They had a plan. They stayed organized. When the Locomotive did start to kind of seem like they had some chances, they closed quick and tightly. That's causing the block shots or just not the greatest of chances early on. And then after that, they got some confidence, created some things that felt a little dangerous for the Locomotive. And then in the second half, it was just which team was going to capitalize on the chances that they did create. And Oakland Roots did just that. And Locomotive unable, just kind of swarming, but just the Oakland players and especially the goalkeeper coming up big.
Blanchette was absolutely huge. When the shots were on frame, they weren't always on frame and on target tonight. But Jeremy Bokila, your difference maker, on in the 73rd minute, scores in the 76th minute, and Oakland walks out of El Paso with a 1-0 win. Our thanks to you for watching today and for being with us all season long. We will look forward to seeing you next year. From our broadcast partner, Heidi Moch, it's been an absolute pleasure, partner.
It has been wonderful. Thank you.
Our thanks as well to our director, Cesar Ruiz, our producer, Juan Gutierrez, and our whole team here with Mountain Star Sports. Your final score again from El Paso. Roots SC with a big win. Locomotives 0. Roots 1. So long, everybody.
Tonight's match was presented by Estrella Jalisco. Estrella Jalisco, reach for a star.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.